Машину собирать.
God be with you.
How does life in Ratai suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in, but then they just left us to fend for ourselves. Nobody gives a damn about us.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver and how Sir Ratzik sides with the king.
God be with you.
Beneath thy mercy we take refuge, O Blessed Virgin. Disdain not our supplications in our distress, but deliver us from perils, only pure and blessed one. Eternal pickpocket. My God.
Hey, that's mine.
You all know what happened there. Help your neighbor.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Any work for me here by any chance?
That depends. How's your hearing?
What?
I said, how's your hearing?
It's perfectly fine. You don't have to scream at me. I mean, why are you asking?
Because there is this one little job going, but I need someone who knows the area well and has good ears.
I ought to be able to handle that.
Fine. So here's the problem. My friend is a birder, and he left a few rare nightingales with me for safekeeping. They're good to trade. Rich gentlemen hang them caged up in their chambers. It keeps their wives from fretting when they're off drinking and wenching.
I see.
The trouble is the nightingales are gone. I don't know how, but the birds have flown.
Hang on, surely you're not asking me to go flapping around looking for birds?
Not exactly. Luckily, their wings are clipped, so they won't be far, and the watchman in the tower told me they headed off toward Vranik. I have traps prepared. It should be easy enough to catch them in those.
Fine, but how will I know where to put the traps?
I hear they like pine woods. And there's a pine-covered hill just before Frannick.
Right. A bloody great wood.
That's just why you need to listen out. Nightingales have a distinctive song. When you hear it close by, you set a trap on the spot. They kept twittering away the whole time they were here, so I can remember the tunes. I'll sing them to you.
I can't wait.
It went something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses? It's like the sound of cat mates when you pull it by the tail.
You know how it is. The gentry's got all manner of odd tastes. The question is, can you remember it?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
Бля, Валер, ты самое интересное пропускаешь. Ты тут?
Yes, I'll remember.
Right. Here are the traps. Don't forget, once you hear a nightingale, set a trap nearby. He ought to be caught in it after a while.
I'll do that. Can you teach me to be a better archer?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Isn't that quite a lot? Is this enough?
It'll take more than that to persuade...
What about this?
Come now. Agreed. Now listen up. Are you serious?
Can you teach me to be...
Certainly.
I'm interested in...
Wouldn't you rather learn...
Well... I'd like you to show me...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right, but it'll...
Isn't that quite a lot? Is this enough?
That's not enough.
What do you say to...
Well now, agreed.
God be with you.
Блять, я без кресла, сука, уже привык. На стуле широком офисном сижу. А у самого, блядь. Колесики нахуй остались. Что-то мне кажется, кресло мое, блядь, балашки спиздили. Куда-нибудь. А там охуенное кресло какое еще было. Знаешь, такие вот черные с высокой спинкой. Правда, не кожаные, блядь, Паш, а эти тряпичные, но охуенные. И когда колесики слетели, сломалась, ну, сама крестовина. Я думал, пиздец. Все, кресло на выброс. Отвесил нахуй балашку. А тут захожу, ебаный стыд, да запчасти продаются. Ты тут, а?
Угу.
Еще такой полный пиздец.
No business here. Clear. What is it? Who are you?
Блять, мне еще в этом говне 7 минут.
Hey, you! What are you doing? Fuck off! Something you're What are you doing? Be a bit... Are you looking for me?
Watch where you're... Hey, look out! Doesn't even know...
What the hell are you doing?
Henry, I'm glad you came. Greetings. What do you need? God save you, Henry. What the hell was... Good day, Henry.
garlic soup for the winter, onion soup for the spring. Asparagus for taste and prunes for what ails you. Try them.
Good day to you.
You look like you've got a lot on your plate, Master Bailiff. Is work keeping you busy?
Busy? I've had so many visitors I wouldn't wonder if the door fell off its hinges.
What's going on?
I've been given the task of putting some of the Scarlet's refugees to work. It's not that there's a shortage of jobs, the problem's sharing them out fairly.
I understand. Everyone has mouths to feed.
The worst part is they won't tell you who really needs a job the most, but you might be able to help, Henry.
How?
They're like to be more honest with you, so you can find out who's in the most need. And you can decide for yourself who'll do what. Will you help?
If you need help, I'll do whatever I can.
You're a godsend. I'm sure it won't take too long. You know how the refugees are getting on, don't you? But ask around if you need to find out more.
What kind of work are we talking about?
Well, old Hagen is looking for a cook, and we need 5 carriers.
A cook and 5 water carriers? That sounds simple enough. Is there a problem?
A little. We need 3 water carriers, but the other 2 will have to carry, begging your pardon, shit. Or as the Pope would say, excrement.
Is there anyone who can tell me more about it?
Yes, the merchant Conrad Hagen is the one looking for a cook, so you can talk to him. And young Alex will know which of the Scarlet's folk are best suited to the job.
How come that's such a cause for concern?
For one thing, they're afraid of me, and I can't get a straight answer out of any of them. So how the hell am I supposed to make the right choice?
Oh, they're desperate. You can't blame them.
I don't, but I might end up picking some good-for-nothing who'll just booze his wages away.
Can you tell me anything more about the cook?
You'll have to ask Hagen yourself. I couldn't get a straightforward answer out of him. Maybe he's changed his mind.
What do I need to know about the water carriers?
We need 3. Right now, some of the burgers' hands are doing the job.
And they need to go all the way down to the river for water?
Of course, where else would they get it? Gallows Hill? It's not an easy job, but someone has to do it.
What can you tell me about the other carriers?
It's dirty, but it's a job that needs to be done. There'll be more than enough work for them. Some places are overflowing.
Sounds disgusting. Why would anyone want the job?
If all else fails, I'll pay 2 groschen for every 1 I pay the water carriers. That might convince someone.
That's all I need to know.
Good luck, then.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here. Huh? Well then. God be with you.
Must be the wind.
love of God, I've come from Skalitz, and all I ask of you is a crust of bread.
God be with you.
The bailiff sent me. He said you're looking for a cook.
That's right. I'm searching for a good cook, but I've said all that to our esteemed bailiff.
Well, I offered the bailiff my help because I know the Skalitz folk.
Ah, I see. Well, ask away then.
Do you have any particular requirements for the new cook?
Well, it would be an advantage if she knew how to cook.
Well, yes, but the bailiff said you had other conditions.
Well, I want a woman who's capable of looking after the house when I'm away on business.
Young? Nimble?
What for? I want her to impress people with her food, not her face.
I understand. Sorry. I also heard there are vacant carrier jobs.
Yes, yes. I'm surprised it hasn't occurred to anyone sooner. It will certainly benefit the city if the burghers don't have to send their own servants.
It will benefit my people as well.
Of course, it goes without saying.
I also heard that you need workers to carry, to empty latrines.
It's not dignified to talk of such manners. That's not a concern for decent people.
But I need to know...
Enough. I won't have such talk in my home.
God be with you.
I'd like to ask about our former neighbours. There are jobs here for some of them, and I have to pick people.
The bailiff told me about it. He still wants our people to do the knacker's job?
What of it? It will benefit everyone.
Not everyone. There's not enough work for everyone, and no one wants to do the knacker's job.
But having a job could save someone's life.
Water carrying, maybe. But if they have to do a job that's not fit for a decent person, only for the knacker or the executioner's servant?
So you think there's no point in it? That it's better to beg than have a job, even if it is hauling shit?
You forget that that's a job for the knacker's hired hand, not for displaced people. When we return to Skalitz, they'll never be able to rid themselves of the stink.
So, do you know who's most in need of some coin and is fit for hard work?
Everyone's in need of coin, but not everyone is fit for such work.
But who should I talk to then? Where will I find them?
I'll talk to them myself and send them to meet you in front of the Rathaus, so they'll all be in one place. It'll take me a while, though.
I'm also looking for a cook. Do you know of a good cook who's looking for work?
Well, there's Agnes. I've heard she can cook better than anyone. Only...
Well, what's the problem? Did something happen to her?
No, it's just that I haven't seen her around here for ages. I believe she's cooking for the local parish priest and living at the presbytery. So I don't think she's in need of work.
Thanks. I'll go. Are you Agnes, who works at St. James?
I am. Or I did, before those devils rolled in and burnt down Skalitz. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for a good cook and housekeeper, and everyone I asked sent me to you.
Oh, I've been blessed by God.
So it seems. Anyway, the local merchant wants someone who can cook food fit for nobility and take care of his household.
Well, Father Francis was very fond of good food, but I can't just go serve someone else.
Why not?
Because I'm still Father Francis's housekeeper.
But I heard he fled and isn't coming back.
Don't pay any attention. They're just rumors.
А ща.
I'm still his housekeeper.
Че?
А чё зависла игра у меня?
Какая?
Твоя, ёп.
Моя? Не знаю, что он тебя зависло. Мне показывает, что смотрит один зритель.
Опа, блядь, все, вот в храм заходит и зависает, загружается.
Where's Father Francis now?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was going to confession in Sasau. But that was before all these terrible things happened. I've heard no word of him since then.
Does he go to Sasau often? Where does he stay when he's there?
Not so often. About once a month. He always used to stay in the inn near the monastery, so he wouldn't have far to go.
I'll ask around about what happened to Father Francis. I'll let you know.
Ну, ты в маске, что ли, блядь?
Это не маска, это пацанет.
Это кто?
Пацанет.
Поебал не попало?
Бацинет — широко распространенный открытый шлем, закрывающий уши и часть шеи.
А чё у тебя только глаза, блядь, остальное все закрыто, пацанет, блядь? Какой ОМОНовец, блядь, в шлемаке стоишь. Какой ты, блядь, в маске, хохлы, блядь, в такой же, глаза нахуй, хуйня на голове.
Балаклава.
Да, блядь, забывай нахуй, это запомнил. Не спиздил-то.
Ты какого-то разбойника убил. Это, собственно, с него и снял. Где-то вот здесь вот ты его грохнул. Причем это был глава разбойников. Я к нему подкрался, задушил его. А потом на меня остальные типы нам напали. А он был, судя по всему, крутой. Не знаю, я одолел бы я, скорее всего, его в ближнем бою, но подкрасться сзади и задушить его было проще.
Вот ты сука. А называется игрушка у тебя Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
И рядом играет сдышек.
Hey, Henry's coming to see us.
Jesus, look!
livelihood. Be merciful, good people.
думай, я не просто так за ним иду, его надо обокрасить. Что-то народу на улице полно.
Так ты еще, сука, щипач.
Да. Быстрей, блядь. Блядь.
Ты нахуй руки тут не отрубят, поймают.
Не, руки не отрубят, там штраф возьмут, либо отпиздят. Но меня не поймают. У меня есть сохранялки.
Жаль, что в этой игре руки не рубят. Хуяк ты остальную игру, блядь, продолжаешь с одной рукой.
Блять, козел. Сука. Только кнопку отпустил, он уже, блядь, поймал меня за руку.
Пизди курицу, нахуй тебе нужен.
Сука, он еще постоянно по-разному идет, блядь, где-то остановится в каком-то хуевом месте.
А ты что у него, Паш, список?
Деньги.
А у другого нет никого?
Надо именно у него спиздить.
Задание такое хитрое. Будет он постоянно теперь поворачиваться. А по башке если ёбнуть.
I lived like you did till Scarlet was burnt to ashes.
Если ёбнуть по башке, там последствия будут очень печальные. Меня искать все начнут, блядь, доебывать.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
То есть спит, я смотрю сейчас.
Good day to you.
I've got your coin.
I'd like to see that bastard's face when he finds out it's gone. I'll give you some of the groschen back, like I promised. And I've got another job for you.
А как ты знаешь, что искать будут? Ты уже делал так? По башке бил?
Ну, блин, ну чё будет, если ты в городе возьмешь прилюдно кого-нибудь по башке уебешь, да, начнешь у него карманы обчищать. В игре точно так же.
А вдруг нихуя, проверил бы.
Да, я уже проверял.
What's this other job then?
Everywhere you go here, you'll see wretches like me. Poor souls that don't have a pot to piss in and have to beg. Then take a look and rat-eye at all the gentlefolk with their noses in the air, looking out only for themselves with not a moment's thought for the poor. Well, from one fine lady you could get alms to feed the whole lot of us here.
Arms for everyone. That would be quite a purse. But I'll see what I can do.
That's the spirit. In return, I'll teach you something useful, and you'll get a share too, of course.
Паша, ты не пробовал играть через гейминг на ютубе?
Не пробовал.
А зря. Народ дохуя заходит смотреть, потому что я там сам сколько раз смотрел. Заходишь, какие игры, пиздец там. Попробуй хоть раз.
Sigismund and his murderers took everything I had.
То есть там иногда смотришь подписчиков 0, блять, у кого-то, а народу сидит 5, 10, 15, нравится, начинает народ заходить. И там на литовского, на латышского пиздюка парень русский, как вездеход, играл, блять, писался. И потом к нему, блять, друзья добавились, с ним стал играть. Хуй в Подмосковье. Сука, я уже 2 недели уже не захожу, не смотрю. Такое чмо тупое, блять. Он на 1-м этаже живет, у него в подвале окна не закрываются нихуя. Ай, виноват во всем Путин, блять, у него холодно. Мозгов утеплить, блять, нету нихуя, и батарейки. Ну это полный пиздец, а еще он бухой был. А у меня отец афганистанскую войну прошел. Вот это вот слово афганистанская война, она меня нахуй убила, нахуй напрочь. Я, короче, отключился, ебал даже.
Афганистанская.
Афганистан, это пиздец. Вот такую хуйню нес. Он знаешь, когда выпить начинает, он меня воспитал так, что вот это вот. Ну, блядь, разговор быдла, это, быдляка нахуй. Там мужик должен вести как мужик, там, он такую хуету нес, блядь. Это кошмар. Короче, моя нежная душа такой ёбань не выдержала. Вот чего ёбаный, блядь. Я, конечно, видел всякую хуету, но, блядь, это пиздец. Отвык я от этого. Вот именно это пиздец, знаешь, это чистой воды маргинал, клошар ёбаный парижской, сука, больше лучше воспитан, чем эта хуйня, блядь. Виноват ему, блядь, ты закрой ты, сука, сам окна, поставь батареи, утепли там, окна поменяй. Нихуя, все виноваты, он нет, блядь. Он, сука, ханку живет, ёбаный в рот, блядь. Пец, нахуй.
Ханку?
Ну, блядь, это не в том смысле ханка. Ханку имеет в виду водку, блядь.
Я думал,
Не.
Думаю, нихуя его этих хуел.
Что за задание тебе сейчас?
Что-то спиздить какие-то бумаги, что ли. Найти еще надо.
Паша, чё тут пиздюка со свечками нахуй карманы не почистил?
Какого?
Ты по дому ходил.
А, который там за столом, что ли, сидел?
Да.
Ну,
Я так понимаю, видео с опозданием идет.
Я это и хочу сделать. Сейчас я обшарю, может где-то здесь бумаги. Что... Бумаг-то у него, наверное, нету. Хотя, может, и есть, хуй его знает. Надо пойти проверить.
Блять, он сидит молча, ну взял бы ему по чайнику, въеб нахуй.
Не, по чайнику нельзя ему въебывать. Меня потом Да
И это нихуя не улица.
Местные мусора, какая разница? Я в этом городе человек новый, блядь. Приезжий. Сразу меня доебут.
Ебал еще не примелькалось.
У него ключи спичь. Лучше пойду пооткрываю. Документов, судя по всему, у него нету, которые мне спиздить надо.
У него, наверное, ключи есть.
Ключи, да, я спиздил. Сейчас посмотрим, что они открывают.
Только ебаная головоломка, теперь сундук ищи.
Нет, тут несколько закрытых шкафов. Ну, ты же видел их. Вот, к какому-то из них ключ должен подходить. Но что-то нихуя ни к одному из них не подходит. Это, видимо, те уже, которых я взломал.
А нахуя ты 2 раза в один дом зашел?
Почему 2 раза в один дом?
Ты говоришь, что ты взламывал.
Я сюда уже приходил, когда у меня не было задания.
Нет тут эффекта бабочки, что ты, сука, нарушил, блядь, программу.
Не. А что, тут типа какой-то ключик есть. Нихуя. Попробую взломать, но, наверное, не получится. Не хватает. Да. Сразу соскакивать не хватает мастерства у меня пока что. Воровского мастерства. Точнее, медвежатника.
Короче, в этом доме ты нихуя не нашел, но там точно здесь есть?
Ну да, написано в ратуше. Так вот здесь реклама, чтобы меня никто не спалил, а то сразу нападут.
А что это за хуйня вот такая вот? Ты слышишь, что ли?
Где?
Ну ты когда нажимаешь спиздя, кружки такие.
А, ну это я кнопку удерживаю.
Где он сидел, там нету?
Да нет, я вроде уже везде просмотрел.
Если здесь бумаги ты не нашел, значит, сука, не все присмотрел.
Нет, там шкафы есть запертые на крутые замки, я их не могу открыть пока еще. Видимо, рановато.
А меч-колдинец?
Че меч-колдинец?
Уебать, да разбить.
Предлагаешь шкаф расхуярить мечом, да? Нет, это так нельзя. О, сейчас знаешь, что я тебе покажу. Еще какая-то дверь. Сюда я, по-моему, не заглядывал. А, нет, сюда.
Jesus.
Good health to you, Henry.
Короче, сейчас я пойду поем быстренько и вернусь.
Ты про себя реального или это про пиздюка?
Нет, про себя реально. Пиздюк. Сытый. Можешь пока понаблюдать за жизнью людей.
I wouldn't beg good neighbors, but I'm reduced to this. I'm from Skalitz, and
I'm from Skalitz, good folk. You all know what happened there. Help your neighbour.
Damn!
Hear ye, good people.
Oh, wretch. Sigismund and his murderers took everything I had.
If you were not holy at all, we even had two popes. What about we were to make of it? One pope another, and now we have. And what of our own priests, our own prelates? They praise indulgences for coin, keepers of brothels, fornicator, common world such an affront to our Lord Jesus Christ. He is about money, thou shalt thou possess of any kind, and spread the word of God. Live and eat
apples,
love thy neighbor more than thyself.
Come get 'em.
So the scriptures teach us, us and the church dignitaries, but do they heed the word? Those
Cucumbers,
bellies,
lovely
they fleece you
cucumbers,
off your last
asparagus and
groschen.
prunes.
They would have you slain for
Heretic!
their
I wouldn't beg good neighbors,
while
but
you live from hand
I'm
to mouth.
reduced to this.
I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from
good folk.
Skalitz, and
You all know what
Well,
happened there. Help your neighbour.
I will tell you what the deeds are called, what the Lord names it. Sin. Nothing but sin. Betrayal of the faith and betrayal of Christ. Yet they would call
Garlic
me
soup
into
for the
those
winter,
heretics and rebels.
onion soup for the spring.
That is their
Asparagus
fear
for taste and
speaking.
prunes for what
Fear
ails
of
you.
the truth.
Try them.
Such iniquities are happening in the Holy Mother Church. And if she were not holy at all, we even have two popes. What is a devout believer to make of it? One pope in Rome and another in Avignon. How
Carrots
many
that'll
more
make
holy
you and your
fathers would
family
we have?
happy. Onions
The
that'll make
kingdom
you
of God
cry,
is
and
at
garlic
hand,
that'll
my
keep
children.
evil spirits at
But
bay.
only he who holds Jesus in his heart, only he shall enter therein.
It's better than stealing. Here, take this.
thank you, good wife. Thank you.
Hear ye, good people, and what of the gold-draped, fat-bellied sinners who call
I wouldn't
themselves
beg good
servants
neighbours.
I've lost
I'm
everything.
reduced to this.
My
I'm
home,
from
my
Skalitz and...
family, my
well,
livelihood.
lives without
Be
sin,
merciful,
but the
good
sacred
people.
scripture speaks.
Hey!
The iniquitous shall be
Beetroot,
punished.
onions,
They
all that
shall
grows
not
in the
find
ground.
eternal
Fresh.
peace.
Come
For
right
it is
up.
written that it is harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven than for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. And it is they who should heed those words. They with their gold rings,
Have pity
fine
on me, a
garments,
poor
and
wretch.
houses.
Sigismund and
Love
his
thy
murderers
neighbour
took
more than
everything I
thyself.
had.
So the scriptures teach us. Us and the church dignitaries, but do they heed the word? Those bloated bellies, they fleece you of your last groschen.
Vegetables,
They will have
fruits,
you
apples,
slain for their
cucumbers,
and
onions.
while you
Come
live
get 'em.
hand to mouth, they stuff themselves with sweeping and indulge in carnal pleasures. I will tell you what the deeds are called, what the Lord names it. Sin, nothing but sin. Betrayal of the faith and betrayal of Christ. Yes, they would call me and others heretics and rebels, but that is their fear speaking. Fear of the truth. And what of our own priests, our own prelates? They who praise and indulgences for coin, keepers of brothels, who fornicate there and covet worldly goods, such an affront to our Lord
I'm
Jesus
from
Christ.
States,
I would
good
beg,
folk.
good neighbours,
You all
but
know what happened there.
I'm reduced to this.
Your neighbours.
I'm from Skalitz, and
Spread the
Well,
word of God, who
you
lived
know.
as he preached. And what of the gold-draped, back-bellied sinners who call themselves servants of God? Do they think they are greater in the eyes
Hey!
of God than the poor fisherman who lives without sin? But the sacred scripture speaks clearly. The iniquitous shall be punished. They shall not find eternal peace. For it is written that it is harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven than for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. And it is
apples,
they,
cucumbers, onions, come
they
and get
wear
'em.
gold rings, fine garments, and big houses. Love thy neighbor more than thyself. So the scriptures teach us. Us
Be
and
merciful.
the church dignitaries.
What am I to do? A poor
They
wretch whose
the
home was
word,
burnt to ashes by Sigismund's
Very,
hordes.
they fleece you of your last groschen.
It's a
They
wonder
would
your
have
tongue
you
doesn't drop off.
slave for them till redemption. And while you live from hand to mouth, they stuff themselves with sweetmeats and indulge in carnal pleasures. But I will tell you what the deeds are called, what the Lord names it. Sin.
Have a look at these
Nothing
cucumbers.
but
They'll stay
sin.
firm all winter. Buy them
Betrayal
before
of
someone else
faith
does.
and betrayal of Christ. Yes, they
The
would
people
call me
come up
and others
close and have a
heretics and
smell.
rebels.
Fresh
But
bread.
that
And
is
pour
their
yourself a bit of
fear
fresh milk
speaking.
to drink.
Fear of the truth. Such iniquities are happening in Holy Mother Church, as if she were not holy at all. We even have 2 popes. What is a devout believer
I've
to
lost
make of it?
everything.
What
My
will
home,
grow?
my
I won't see
family,
them.
my
And
livelihood.
another
You're a
11
good,
years.
merciful,
How
good
many more
people.
Thank
holy
you.
fathers will we have? The kingdom of God is at hand, my children. But only he who holds Jesus in his heart,
He's telling us.
only he shall enter therein.
have pity on me. A poor wretch. Sigismund and his murderers took everything I had.
Hear ye, good people, and what of our own priests, our own prelates, they trade in indulgences for coin, keepers of brothels, who fornicate there and covet worldly goods, such an affront to our Lord Jesus Christ, he who lived without money, without shelter, without possessions of any kind, and spread the word of God, who lived as he preached. Love thy neighbor more than thyself. So the scriptures teach us. Us
Show me what you've got concealed.
but they heed the word.
Come on.
Flouted bellies, they fleece you of your last groschen. And pain
What part didn't you understand?
while you live from hand to mouth, they stuff themselves with sweeting and indulge in
Are you deaf?
pleasures. I will tell you what the deeds are called, what the Lord names it. Sin, nothing but
Right,
sin.
that's it.
Betrayal of
Is someone there? Had enough.
Bring it on!
Ha! Come here, lily liver.
But
Ебать, а что это меня пиздит-то, блядь?
I'm weak at the knees, have you? No more fooling around. What's the matter?
Что здесь произошло? Почему они мне хуярят?
Не знаю.
Hey, who's there?
Матлы смотрю.
Что-то поел, пришел, меня стражники мутузят нахуй толпой, блядь.
Вот у меня картинка. Ты где? Который на коленах сидишь, или ты с луком стоишь?
Каким луком?
Ну там бабка посередине.
Не знаю. Короче, я
What is it?
перезагрузился, потому что, блядь, это тупо.
Какой-то зашел, что-то там крикнул. Хай. А, да-да-да.
Хайль.
Ты прячешь, стражник. Вот он подошел.
А, понятно. А я ничего не делал, он до меня доебался.
Сашка, ты часть
В смысле? Все понял.
Sigismund and his murderers took everything I had.
Я тебе просто говорю, что он пишет. Я тебе спит так ёбну. Да. Заебись, он бьет.
Greetings, Henry.
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one in charge of giving out jobs, not the bailiff.
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for nobles, then I might have something for you.
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me, though. So I came here myself.
Be that as it may, I already have the people I need to carry water. And anyway, it's no job for a woman.
I'm strong enough to knock you on your arse, you pot. What is it?
Хуясь, какие бабы-то, блядь, современные. Хочет работать водоносом.
Папа?
Да.
Hear ye, good people. Love thy neighbor more than thyself. So the scriptures teach us.
He's dying.
He's badly wounded. So poorly he's been in his bed for weeks. Unconscious most of the time.
Sorry to hear it.
I already owe the apothecary a small fortune. And he won't lift a finger for us now.
What did you do in Skalitz?
I was at the silver works, roasting the ore and washing it. My husband was at the smelter.
Oh, Christ. Things got very ugly there. I suppose that's where your husband was wounded? It's a miracle you managed to drag him all the way to Ratai.
What else could I do? Leave him there?
All right. I'll think about it and talk to the bailiff.
And you'll tell him to take me, right?
Without money, without shelter, without possessions of any kind, and spread the word of God, who lived as he preached.
Здорово.
Паш, я завтра за ноутом заеду. Сегодня вообще никак не по пути был.
Завтра за ноутом, за во сколько?
А тебя во сколько дома не будет?
Я в 10 часов уеду.
А приедешь потом?
Я хуй его знает, когда я приеду. Либо сегодня, либо... Тут, блядь. Либо завтра же приеду вечером, либо послезавтра.
I'm from Skalitz, good folk. You all know what happened there. Help your neighbor.
Новокуйбышевск.
Че ты в эту мутарака не собрался? По работе, что ли?
Да.
God save.
You're interested in carrying water?
I am. It's about time something good came to decent folk.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you a few questions.
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Keep your questions for good-for-nothings.
Че попробуешь?
К 10 завтра забрать.
Давай. А ты на работу в какую сторону едешь?
Дзержинского 68.
О, закинешь меня тогда на автовокзал?
Да, ну закину.
Это там где-то напротив второго, да?
Ну, мне это не по пути, но закину.
What makes you so deserving? How did you make a living before this?
I was the owner of a mine.
Я туда езжу.
Well,
Третий
I had
раз.
a lease on it. But in our line of work, it amounts to the same thing.
The chief, eh?
Нахуя?
But have you ever hauled a bucket of ore up a hill?
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with a winch.
Ну, первый раз устанавливали мы все, второй раз я ездил, что-то там... А второй раз обучать я ездил. Сейчас вот еще дополнительное оборудование устанавливать.
What makes you so deserving? How did you make a living?
I was the owner of a mine. Well, I had a...
The chief, eh? But have you ever...
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with...
It's hard work carrying water.
So is taking care of a mine.
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need brawn to carry water, not brains.
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my share of hauling.
Hear ye, good people.
Asparagus to taste and prove for what ails you. Try them. Cabbage! Cabbage! Green cabbage! Get it before it goes down.
I've lost everything. My home, my
Onions that'll even make your mouth dry like a little lamb. Coming back, son.
Так, сейчас я приду.
Hear ye, good people.
тут ходил. Чё ты там, Олег, спрашивал?
И Олег отошел. Где ты останавливаешься? В гостинице или где? Знакомый.
Не, я могу в тот же день уехать обратно так-то.
А нахуя что так надолго останавливаться?
В смысле надолго? Я туда приеду, установлю оборудование на пару часов и все, и я могу ехать обратно. Но дело в том, что обратно на автобусе я уже не уеду, потому что он всего один приходит и уходит с интервалом в 40 минут, что ли. Короче, я на него не успеваю на обратный путь. Поэтому я могу там до следующего дня задержаться. Там как бы...
Не ходит нихуя маршрутки.
Да хуй его знает.
Что тут должно хоть до Самары, блядь, ходить, не обязательно в Тольятти.
Там до Самары-то точно ходит.
А хуй там, блядь, до Самары доехал, с Самары проще в Тольятти поебать.
Ну так-то да. Ну просто я не знаю, насколько я там долго буду. Может я часов там до 8, до 9, и что я потом попросил Самару сначала, потом с Самары в Тольятти, да я охуею. Проще там переночевать, тем более у них там гостиницы есть. Ихние же, кстати. Но если все быстро пройдет, то быстро и домой вернусь. Вообще самый ништяк был бы, если бы Олег отпросился с работы и привез меня и туда, и обратно.
Да нет.
Это был бы лучший вариант. Но даже те, кто... Кстати, Олег, а у тебя страховка открыта?
Нет, пак. Открыто сейчас слишком дохуя стоит.
Хуёво.
Хотел на его джипе прокатиться.
Я не могу.
Прав нету?
Они кончились. Я еще не сделал. Не продлевал.
Спросил.
Посадить тырчика.
А Перчик что, без машины, что ли?
У него она не междугородняя, как он сказал.
Да у него страховки просто нет.
Ну да, наверное.
У него
Говорит,
страховки
я говорит,
нет,
из города не выезжаю.
Да, у него тонировка, блядь, страховки нет. Он долбоеб. И наклеил тонировку, блядь, только боковые передние стекла. Вы что, блядь, дебил, что ли? Лоб тоже тогда клеить. Нахуй я эти боковушки залупаю.
А что, наклеил бы задние боковые, да и заднее стекло, и все, и до него бы никто не доебывался. Нахуя на передние-то клеить?
Да я и говорю, ты если, блядь, нарушать, так полностью ее.
Ну да, либо полностью, либо только задник.
Он мне там оправдал. Да ладно, похуй. Ай, долбоеб ты.
Костя тоже не хочет ехать, машина у него сломана. Никто не хочет, суки.
It's hard work carrying...
So, it's taking care...
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need brawn to carry water.
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my share.
There's also the option of, emptying latrines.
Are you trying to insult me? That's no job for a decent Christian.
True. That's why it pays double.
Double, hey? Oh, that's not bad, but, for a man of my stature, No doubt there are more needy souls. Double.
Видишь, да, диалог, Валер?
Опозданием, чел.
Вы в батлов приедемся?
Не, Паш тут играет в рыцаре настоящего. В туалет ходит, ест, спит.
А, это Kingdom, что-то там. Что-то там.
How are you holding up in Rattay?
Not too well. I've tried offering my administrative abilities at the rat house, but the bailiff treats me like a peasant.
He's not an easy man to deal with, true enough. But if you show him what you're capable of...
Well, if he gives you a chance to show him...
And the bailiff complained he couldn't get a word out of you.
I refused to talk to him. Last time I did, he was vulgar, shouted and threatened to whip me. And then he comes and interrogates me.
Well, I can't see how that would put you off him. What would you give me if I put in a good word for you?
So that's how it is it? An honest person can't get a job, only one who'll stoop to bribing?
Come now. I just want to help, but I'll have my job cut out persuading the bailiff to take you.
All right. I don't have anything, but I know the armourer in Sasau, and he'll give you a good price if I have a word with him.
Cheap armour might come in handy, all right? Done.
Done. As soon as I get the job, come and see me, and I'll tell you all about it.
That's enough for now.
Stop for a bit. I'll just give you a quick search. Are you dead?
Why?
For security reasons.
I expect your superior...
I'm in no mood.
Ugh, come on then.
Look here. This certainly isn't. Now you can enter.
Do you want something?
I'd like to ask a favor of you, Hal.
Of course. What is it?
I heard you're picking people to carry water. No one needs the job more than Antonia.
Adam never mentioned any Antonia.
I'm not surprised, but Antonia really needs that job.
Do you think she'll be able to handle carrying those buckets? It's quite far, and up that hill.
She's no princess. She's tough enough.
All right. I'll bear it in mind.
Bear it in mind? What does that mean?
It means I'll think about it. The bailiff has the last word.
Well, if he's got something against giving the job to a woman, then try and get Vincent in at least. He might not have anyone on their deathbed, but his mother has no one else.
I'm reduced to this. I'm from Skalitz, and here ye. What am I done?
I'd be lost without your kindness.
What the Lord names it. Sin. Nothing but sin.
Welcome, Henry.
Алиган,
Че?
ты в батл зашел, нет?
Нет.
Ты у мамани забери эту херню, что она тебе купила, Аллахов.
Хуя.
Хорошая штука, он тебе желчный прогонит. Я его сам жрал, когда таблетки пил.
А и так сейчас пью много чего.
В любом случае, если нихуя не будет, забери. Себе.
Ага.
А то она думает, что ты стесняешься. Он тебе хуйню покупает. Бывает, когда заберет, некогда было. Но из всех желчегонных хуёвин мне больше всего Аллахов нравился. Раньше на сахар капнешь. Но те более современно купили с травками, со всякой хуйней. Так на сахар его пиздят и в рот накурит. Надо, я весной тоже буду себе. Но не Аллахова, а другой, блядь. Послабее Аллахов, такая серьезная штучка. Ну, нормально, пизда тоже растительная. И это возьму. Послабее чуть-чуть, мне особо не болит, но к весне прочистить надо. То сейчас начнется аллергия, хуи, чтобы все нормально работало.
Что-то тебе там стрим так сильно отстает.
Да пиздец, Паша.
Надо перезапустить страницу. Ты увидишь какой тут охуенный лес. Такого нет ни в одной игре.
Леха в совхоз уходит, в новый. Решил заняться выращиванием в совхозе салата.
No.
Тoma, você quer pôr o
Какой ходит-то?
Совхоз такой?
Да,
Мимо
да.
проезжаем, Лыткарина, блядь. Ой, Луховица. Когда колонну проезжаем, потом Луховица.
Ебать, хуй знает где.
Что значит хуй знает где? Вот здесь он вообще в совхозе живет. Дом у него, блядь, в Коломне. Ему от Коломны до Луховицы ехать 25 километров. Полчаса максимум, блядь.
Ну так, да.
How are you, Henry?
Завтра собеседник будет говорить, что
Hear ye, good people.
он крутой. У него все будет пиздато.
Он-то по салату знает, что делать.
Вообще ноль. Агроном по защите, ёпты. И агроном
God
по
save
защите
you.
только в совхозе работает, может лет 5-6. А до этого то на
Are you
ферме,
here
то
on
в
account of the
магазине,
water
то ещё.
carrying?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you.
Это пиздец.
I'll ask a few questions and we'll see. Alright?
Fine. Ask away.
God be with you, Henry.
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what?
Ну,
Who's
я
your
так и
father
понял,
anyway?
начал бы спрашивать
He's-
всякую хуйню.
He was Moimir.
Понятно.
We had a farm near Scarlet's.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive.
Ну
I
посмотрим,
miss
если
my
возьму
father.
завтра.
And the farm, too.
Что у него получится.
But Ma says there's no use dwelling on it. Life must go on.
God be with you, Henry.
What happened with Bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of
Я
anybody.
придумал
I don't know.
How are you, Henry?
I didn't talk to him
Как
at all.
снизить лампу, там лампу все ж под потолок весит.
So you're probably
Exactly.
here about carrying water, right?
I want to carry water.
Хуй
That's
знает,
all?
получится. Я говорю, да мне без...
Nothing more to add?
That's what's needed, ain't it?
Я для них никто, блядь.
And what would you give me if I put in a good word for you?
I've got nothing to give.
Oh, come now. You say you want the job, so prove it to me.
Mother told me I should go and
Ну,
help.
мне, говорит, надо как-то аргументировать.
If you don't want my help, fair enough.
That's enough for now.
With you, Henry.
Равносильно.
God save
Мне
you.
вот тот чувак с улицы сказал, что тут надо вот так сделать.
You're here about the water carrying?
I am. Where do I get some pails?
Hold your horses.
Да.
We haven't decided yet who gets the job. I have to ask you a few things first.
What
Этот
for?
комбинат
I
большой.
can handle
Блядь, он
the
не
job.
разовщеваться не
What
занимался.
ask
Хуй
away?
знает, как он будет эту хуйню выкрутиться. Вот,
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Tonda the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah,
Да,
the
ты
name
по-братски
sounds familiar.
помог.
You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. So do I get the job?
We're not finished yet.
Потому что получается хуйня.
Are you here because you want to carry water?
Но не он
Well,
сам,
I'd rather
а
be
его
back in the
агроном.
winch. Turning it so fast I'd make everyone's head spin. But now I want
Я,
to
блядь,
carry
к
water
ней
at
еще
least.
консультирую, она потом
Since
3
there's some
совхоза
money in it.
консультирует. По всей России потом ставят линии нахуй.
And how are you
Я, сука,
holding up?
стою, блядь, на рынке торгую.
Not
Да
very
хуя,
well.
блядь, работаю.
I'll tell you
Да
that.
вот какая мне хуя,
I
не
help
знаю.
out with something every once in a
Что
while,
потом к тебе
get some
приезжали,
money
говорили,
for
Леша,
it,
какой ты охуенный товарищ,
not
у тебя
enough.
все заебись.
especially when the dice don't
У
fall in
нас
my favor.
время безвестных героев прошло.
And have you tried looking for other
Я лишь
work?
сам,
What
как
for?
получается.
They'll get the mines running again, and I'll have a real man's job.
Все, что можно, я тебе подсказал. Все остальное сам.
And what about soldiering? That's real man's work, isn't it?
It is, and I'd be good at it. When I land a punch, you'd think you were kicked by a horse, which I once showed to a soldier I fell out with over a game of dice. Only, I'm too smart for soldiering.
No doubt. And how are you holding?
Not very well, I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in...
Sure.
What for?
And what about...
It is, only...
No. I heard you lot don't want to talk to the bailiff.
I don't know much about that. The others didn't talk to him, so I kept my mouth shut as well. That's the way we do it at the mines. He didn't even really ask me anything anyway. Just mumbled something under his breath.
А тут новая фишка. В интернете публиковали технологию выращивания салата. Но в пику.
Well, there's also the option of carrying shit.
No chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone tries to make me, I'll break his legs.
В магазин зайти посмотреть. Это ладно, Паша не видел, но ты видел? Был в теплице. Не, Паша, я про то, какой у нас в теплице рос.
Да не, я тут над диалогом угораю. Бля, пиздец.
Короче, раз нахуй не получается эта хуйня, они решили так, мы теперь НАТО меняем от НАСА.
And what if I told you that you get double the pay?
Didn't I mention something about breaking legs?
You did? But more money?
I wouldn't be toned to the winch anymore. More like toned to the stench.
Ой, блядь, я, сука, читал, угорал, они... Теперь надо считать не по люксам, не по количеству светового потока, а нужно переносить...
What could I give when I don't have a pot to piss in? All I have is a strong arm. Whenever I hit anything or anyone, they stay hit.
Well, if I get you the job, will you show me how to really hit someone hard?
I could.
700 нанометров, но промежуток от до.
Deal.
Все лампы НАТ работают в этой хуйне. Ну, чуть сдвинуто, 490.
I know everything I need.
Желтый цвет нахуй не нужен.
So, can I go carry water then?
Not yet. I'll tell the bailiff and he'll choose.
Well, I hope he chooses me. Otherwise, I might be very angry.
Иллюминесцентный. Там дохуя голубого намного, конечно. Но они немножко похожи. У них нет другого цвета, из-за чего все растет. Поэтому лучше всего НАТО. Даже немцы, сука, на это пишут. Что лучше НАТО нет нихуя. На это вроде не
God Almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
Типа, все, НАТО выкидываете, ставим назад.
You're one of the people interested in work.
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few questions. You are...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mines. Not just in the mines.
Не, они на свет попадают. А по этим самым... Ну как,
At the
они пишут, мы
mines?
проверили.
So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shop, and I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
Говорю, Лёг, давай 20 штук нахуй над столом повесим. Как въебем там нахуй все вырастет, блядь. Ну просто вот все нахуй, от слова совсем.
Worry. They won't let a source of silver just sit there. As soon as this thing blows over, they'll open it up again.
God willing. I hope you're right.
Блять, это потолки больше, ебать, это
How badly do you want to carry water?
Well, right now there doesn't seem to be much work around for miners. And at least I can earn a few groschen.
It's not easy work. It's a long way to carry water.
Do you think it was easier in the mines? Digging through rock on your knees all day for months on end?
Так они поэтому, по-моему, Лёв сказал, там написано...
How are you holding up?
You mean this here? Well, I've got feeling back in my arm again.
What happened to it, anyway?
Это пиздец,
That time in Skalitz.
длины, но если
I was knocked down by a horse,
4 лампы на
but it's
метр
better now.
квадратный у них. 25 метров, блядь, да, у них они
I can see by the way your arm
нет,
is hanging.
25 метров нет таких же ламп.
You can't carry water like
Ну что
that.
там пиздец,
But come on,
жесткая нахуй.
I owe money to the Sawbones and I need the work to pay for it. I'll give you anything you want.
Не-не-не, ты что, они не считают,
Well,
что я
I could
правильно
find something that
рассказываю.
will help you.
Anything.
Лёг хочет спустить, опустить ниже, но ему вряд ли разрешат.
Here you go. This will help it heal better.
Монтировать так.
Thank you so much. How much do
Почему
I
у
owe?
всех вот так, а ты хочешь опустить?
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Oh, nothing. We Skalitz folk have to help each other out.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
How are you,
Да это хуйня какая-то.
The bailiff said he couldn't get a word out of you.
Well, he's not the most popular man around here. After everything that's happened. You can't blame him.
Maybe, but if you lot had just talked to him, I wouldn't have to run around dealing with this, and you'd all have a few groschen by now.
You might be right. But there's no point crying over spilt milk.
Журнал такой технологии. Ассоциация теплицы России. Ну, люди грамотные знают, что...
What would you give if I put in a good word for you?
Good word?
Да, блядь,
Sure.
может, они теплицы...
If I put in a good word for somebody to the bailiff, then that someone has a better chance.
But I haven't got a pot to piss in. I lost everything, and I'm in debt too.
Ебать, жила бы, только по 25 нет.
I might know about an opportunity.
Oh? What kind of opportunity?
I heard about it at the mine before Skalitz was raised.
Я там немножко добавил, как правильно расчет.
So, what did you hear?
They found something they wanted kept a secret. There weren't any rumors about a silver scene, but what else could it be?
The punishment for stealing the king's silver is hanging or burning at the stake.
I know, but you can't be burned for stealing silver nobody knows about.
There's one more option. Carrying shit.
What? For the knacker?
It's a job.
But what would people say? I need money badly, but I couldn't go back to mining after that.
But it would be twice the pay.
The money would help, true enough. What about afterwards? I don't want to be carrying shit all my life.
Через стеллап повесишь, там хуй что видно. Вот поэтому они еще увеличили. И такие, о, блядь, урожай увеличился. Ну как
It won't come to that. Sir Radzig will surely take care of things when he returns home. He won't forget the sacrifice you made.
I'm glad to hear that. If that's how it is, I'll even carry shit.
Слушай, ну у них сейчас, вот я смотрю за салатом,
That's enough for now.
досветка сейчас мало идет, в принципе, они мало жгут. Солнце поменялось, и у этих долбоебов более-менее что-то начало получаться. Но это у любого безрукого с февраля месяца все вырастает. Вот тут уже солнце помогает. Показатель, что растет в декабре, в январе, в середине февраля, там полный пиздец.
You hear about the water carrier?
I can hold water all day long.
So, do you want the job? Plenty of other folk that will take it if you don't.
I do. I want it. What do I have to do?
So tell me, what was your trade before?
I was a miner, then a farm laborer, then I was a servant, then I fled from Skalitz and ended up here.
Quite the factotum, aren't you? Was none of those jobs good enough for you?
I liked them all, but they were always sending me to do something else. Pickman, they'd say. Leave this and go and do that.
Pickman? That's your name?
Actually, my real name's Vassal, but they call me Pickman.
Is that German?
No. It's from when I was in the mines, digging with a pick.
So you're keen on carrying water?
I've been keen on it since I got up this morning.
And you had another job before this morning, or what?
No. I was just joking.
Besides water, you could carry, you could empty latrines.
What? Carry shit? That'd be a new one for me. No, it's not a thing I'd go around boasting about.
How are you holding up, anyway?
What can I tell you? I've seen better days for sure.
What happened with the bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
That peacock, what was strutting up and down and shouting at everyone? He told me he'd no time to listen to a buffoon like me. So I shut my mouth.
Well, I could put in a good word for you, but, you'll have to scratch my back, too.
Fair enough. Show me where it itches.
No, you dolt. It's just a saying. Like I do something for you, and you do something for me.
Ah.
видел, видео смотрел одной мадам.
I see.
Блогер снимает, она с Башкирии переехала в Крым. И в ресторане там всякой хуйня.
Treasure you wouldn't dream of.
Помнишь, ты говорил, это симферопольский ребята?
Treasure, you say?
На сайте.
Right, you got my attention.
I see you're a smart man. A man who knows a thing or two about the world. I've got... Wait for it. I've got a piece of the Queen of Sheba's sword.
Never heard of her. Who's she?
She was a great queen in ancient times. She gave Solomon a sword with magical powers.
Magical, eh? You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
No, it's true. It's in the Bible. And this sword, once it's put back together, nothing can stop it. It can cut through bones, teeth, even steel and stone.
I see. But you've only got one piece. What's that good for?
I couldn't get it all. The fellow I bought it off didn't have the rest. He sold off bits and pieces. They've got powers of healing, you see? And put strength in your... you know, manhood. What do you say? Deal?
We'll shake on it. I'll get you the job, and you'll give me the piece of the Queen of Sheba's sword.
Agreed.
Читаешь нас и будешь правильно жить. Ой, я и вижу полный пиздец. Сука, а как же, блядь, Тольяттинский? Там же тоже салат на вине стоит. Он там тоже полный пиздец. Я в пятерочке у нас видел.
Да, он выкинут хлам, да. Они помимо того, что семечек дохуя хуярит, ебать, он у них вытянутый и светлый. Светлый,
Рыжий, купи один такой, сфотографируй, скинь мне на WhatsApp.
Когда завтра, что ли?
Ну почему завтра? Как? Когда решишь. То есть положи его там на белую бумажку, ну боком, сфотографируй, потом срежешь листья в салат и стаканчик, чтобы видно было, сколько семечек. Хоть поприкалывайся, ебаный.
What am I to do? A poor wretch whose hope... God save you, good night.
I found your treasure.
I would
Really?
beg, good neighbours, but I'm reduced
Really?
to this.
And it wasn't
I'm
easy?
from Scarlets and...
Oh, nothing.
You know?
I mean... Remind me again where the money's...
When we were running from Scat, I don't know who said it. Either way,
And that someone is old Baron, who's alive and well here in Ratai. So who the hell are you trying to fool?
But I don't have anything else.
I'm from Skalitz, good folk.
Сейчас открыл, читаю,
You all know what happened there. Help your neighbor.
Вот просто пиздец, вот дословно вот сделай, и все. Ну не совсем все. Примерно. Там интересно я опустил. Даже то, что есть, можно, блядь, сделать.
Hear ye, good people. The kingdom of God is at hand, my children.
Че?
Как погуляли?
Да сегодня хоть и 2 градуса было, блядь, ветер такой противный. Ничего не
Ну,
было.
интересно, весело было.
Ну так, относительно. Что там, блядь, все бухие, блядь, от 30 и старше. Дети бегают, эти, как хлам, блядь.
А говорит, в школе было интересно. Ну, в школах там музыка, все дела, блядь, чучело, жгли, а вы где были?
Ну, в 66-й школе там что-то было очень долго, потом мы были у ДКСТ и в детском парке.
Ну, молодцы, что надо дома сидеть. Макс взял мелкую свою, упиздил наш парк Гончарова. Там их учили куклы делать, ну тоже там, блядь, веселуха была. А в Кизляре ебанутый дак, блядь, 23 лет взял этот охотничье ружье и 4 женщин застрелил. За масленицы типа.
Если вышел, начал просто стрелять.
Его ебанули. Полицейские приехали. Но сам факт 4 женщины застрелены. К храму шли. Ну, в обед служба была. Блять, базу проверять он нигде не числится, нигде не светился. Ну вот эти спящие пидоры, блядь.
Спящий пидор. Потому что у него просто крыша поехала.
Думаешь, укурился так нахуй?
Нет, просто крыша поехала.
Ну, блядь, потому как он был одет. Может быть, я с тобой, Паш, соглашусь. Там что-то, блядь, дохуя пережрешь. Показываешь это видео, смотришь, когда это спайс переебашится. Вот так же, хуй знает во что дед был. Такое ощущение, вот просто накинулся, знаешь, вот заклинило. Все, что было, надел на себя, вышел, блядь, ебанул, и тут же нахуй его накрыл.
Если бы он спайса переебашился, вряд ли бы он вообще кого-то смог убить. А вот какой-то хуйни. Аптечный.
Я имел в виду
там,
Паш,
да.
хуйни какой-то, что башня поехала.
Here I am. I'm overjoyed. Have you got a horse?
No, sir. Where would someone like me get a horse?
Good point. Unless it was a cart horse, I suppose. Well, you'll just have to trot along behind me like a good dog.
But, sir, isn't there a horse I could borrow?
Oh, certainly. Why don't you just have mine? Or, then again, you can just run alongside as befits a peasant. Let's go! Yeah! Hurry up, blacksmith! Look here, blacksmith. About that business at the alehouse.
Yes, sir?
Hanush was right. I should have behaved differently. More, well, gentlemanly. But that doesn't mean you were in the right. You can't throw a lord out of the tavern in his own town. You understand?
Yes. I was just...
What? Speak up! Don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
It's just that when you said those things in the arena, sir, I was, a little upset.
Ah! I just like to tease greenhorns a little. And you vexed me too. You were insolent to Captain Bernard and they rewarded you with service. Whenever I do anything reckless, even if it's for my honor, Hanush is on my back about it and I get punished. Like now.
I didn't mean to threaten anyone.
Well, it's all water under the bridge. Let's not spoil our hunt. Let us talk of something else. Is this your first time hunting?
This kind? Yes.
I've been hunting since I could walk. If you're not a complete blockhead, you might learn something useful. And if you don't cock it up entirely today, maybe I'll take you again. It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
As I said, I have hunted before, but it wasn't...
Chasing bunnies with a pitchfork isn't hunting. Observe and learn.
I'll do the best I can, sir.
Listen, I wanted to ask you about scallops.
I don't know if... that is, sir, I don't know if that's a suitable topic of conversation for the hunt.
We're not hunting yet. I'd like to hear about it at last from someone who was actually there.
The Cumans attacked Skallets and, anyone who didn't flee.
That's what they all say. I want details.
Is it really necessary, sir?
Arguing with the nobility again, eh? It seems you're a bit of a rebel.
No, not at all, sir. It's just that... well, it's hard for me to talk about.
I see. So I'll have to get you drunk first.
I'm not sure even that would work.
We'll have to find out, won't we? There's a nice little place just north of here. We'll camp there and you can tell me all about it.
If you wish, sir.
And don't dilly-dally. Let's try and get there before the day's out. We'll make camp here. Bring me wine and bacon from the saddlebag. What are you doing? Treading the grapes yourself? And don't forget my bacon.
Coming up, sir.
At long last. So, are you enjoying being on the hunt?
I am, although we haven't actually hunted anything yet.
That doesn't matter. Hunting is a diversion. The main thing is to get out of Rattay for a while. Listening to Hanush's lectures all day long would drive anyone mad.
Никита, не помню.
Откуда так еще? Откуда, блядь? Что еще прикалываем? Каким городом, блядь?
Да дохуя, ну, кстати.
Но в основном-то не дохуя. Над каким-то там очень прям.
How come Hanush looks after you anyway?
For a start, he doesn't look after me. I'm not an infant blacksmith's boy. Hanush is just managing my property until I'm an adult.
When will that happen?
What are you implying?
Nothing. I didn't mean it like that. I meant that you seem quite adult to me already, sir.
Well, it's hard to say. Before he died, my father appointed a council of nobles to decide the matter. Only they can't be bothered travelling halfway across the country just to assess the claim of some stripling. Under normal circumstances, it wouldn't be necessary. The king would decide on my adulthood. Only...
The king is gone.
Just so.
How come Hanush looks...
For a start, he doesn't... Hanush is just...
When will that happen?
What are...
Nothing. I didn't mean it like...
Well, it's hard to say. Under normal...
The king...
Just so.
If I may ask, sir, what does a lord like you do all day?
When I was little, I was awfully bored, I can tell you. There was always some courtier or teacher dogging my footsteps. Now I spend most of my time trying to learn from Sir Hanush. Governing is no joke. At least most of the time. Only last week I had to listen to complaints from my subjects.
But that could be interesting too, couldn't it?
My lord, this yokel here empties his piss pot in my yard. And sir, that old hag put a spell on my cow. And sir, my old woman is fucking half the village. Like a flock of sheep, bleating all the time. Even study is more interesting.
What are we going to hunt?
Humans.
What? Humans? But...
You should see your face! I got you there. We'll see what we can get. But I'd like to bag a boar. One, at least. And a few hares too, eh? But what about you? Before I couldn't get a word out of you, now your tongue's loosened. So, tell me about Skalitz. I heard Sigismund had 100 banners there.
I don't know, sir. I didn't have time to count them. Both of my parents were killed in Skalitz, right in front of my eyes. The Cumans slaughtered my friends and neighbours, and it was a miracle I got away. I don't know what else I can add.
I'm sorry about that. But tell me, I heard in the tavern...
What, that Sigismund flew down on a dragon? That the Cumans have horns and hooves? I'm sorry, my lord, but for me, Skalitz isn't a tale of adventure to share over a tankard of ale.
All right. I understand. Well, never mind. Anyway, it's too late to go anywhere today. But tomorrow we set off at first light. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Застрелили меня.
What are you waiting for? Your lord requires you for the hunt.
Oh, really? Such a renowned hunter needs help?
You wouldn't dare mock your betters now, would you?
Oh, heaven forbid, your lordship.
If that's the way you want it, peasant, we'll meet back here at noon. Whoever has the most hares wins. Oh, and if you don't have anything to shoot with, there's a crate in the camp with some old hunting equipment. You can help yourself. After all, there's no sport in trouncing some wretch who hasn't a chance in hell.
By all means, Sir Hans.
Ha! You'll soon be laughing on the other side of your grubby face. And now turn your back for a while. I know a few tried and tested spots in these woods, and I don't want you stealing them.
Блин, как я сделал? Слышишь все. И своих, и чужих.
Что, раньше не так шло?
Не, я своих-то не слышу. А это просто, блядь, такой топот, что просто пиздец.
Я всегда своих слышу.
Вот как, блядь, они играют. Отжали у них все цели, и я сколько раз попадал, блядь. У нас все отжималось. Паш, на мину наехать надо, или она может под днищем ебануть?
А вот хуй его знает.
Я не помню сейчас. Как оно, блядь?
Надо проверять.
Ну, сейчас на рельс положил посередине мину. Машину над проедет, значит, нахуй там колеса. Опять жалуется на баланс.
Это, блядь, это весь год такие жалобы у них. Весь год, блядь. Баланс будет заебись, когда все будут играть одинаково.
Вот и я про это. Все, пиздец, машины нет. Но я, правда, по-другому мины поставил. Ах ты, сука, а! Какая хуйня несправедливая. 4 раза стрелял. Четыре раза снаряд пролетал в решетку забора, блин. То есть 2 раза. 3-й раз он попадает в забор. А 4-й вообще мимо. Короче, машина взорвалась, блядь. Я не знаю, как он правда ехал, но машине пиздец, который на рельсе. Сука. Жопу мне, блин.
For heaven's sake, Henry, you're scaring away the hares. Well,
Бежал, блядь. Хуяк и мгновенно.
for heaven's sake, Henry, you're scaring away the hares.
Блядь, банки не сдают.
Ебать, как же тяжело здесь с лука стрелять, пиздец.
Совсем.
Да тут, блядь, ни прицела, вообще ничего нет. Как ты думаешь, легко стрелять без прицела, когда он еще натягивает, у него еще руки дрожат. Ведет постоянно, блядь, то в одну, то в другую сторону.
Бухло?
Ну да, тут навык надо качать стрельбы, тогда будет нормально. Может быть. Но прицел-то все равно не появится, так или иначе.
Кинь, блядь, Паш, не взрывается. Пиздюк на машине проехал между двух мин, ничего не взорвалось. Значит, нужно наезжать. Мы тут недавно с Олегом поностальгировали, в 4 зашли. Прикольно.
Что там серверов дохуя?
Да, Паш, дохуя. И в 3 дохуя. Блять, битком очереди, народ дохуя играет в 4. Но этих пидорасов, блять, хуй знает с чем, с макросами или с чем, блять, с таимом, блять, хуй знает. То есть сыграли с Олегом, там отряд пиздюков играл 75/3, 75/6, 75/11, блядь, один их отряд. Неубиваемый. Втроем выходим на одного, блять, он всех ложит. Причем, заметь, все трое стреляем в одного.
Да это вы просто разучились, у вас там задроты пиздят.
Не, на самом деле. Остальные все ровно играли. 30, 20, но эти, блядь, не умирали никогда. И потом тут же выходит. То есть игру сыграли, потом хуяк ушли, все нету. Хохлы-то пони, блядь, там. Но сейчас здесь вместо хохлы редко встречается. Здесь есть отряд, называется «Один мы с тобой попали». На операцию, помнишь, нахуй хуярили, да, остановиться не могли, H2O. И еще на фане, блядь. НФМ, блядь. Такие же, блядь, пиздец, нахуй. Блядь, снизу, с полом, блядь, ебанул всех наискосок. То есть пиздюк стоял у двери, и я на втором этаже лежал. С этим, с ружьем. И он просто одним выстрелом бахнул всех двоих. Прикинь? Охуеть. Там аж прихуели все. Вот такие есть на фане. Ой, блядь, сейчас мы проигрываем. А игра только началась. А у нас уже тупят, блядь. Танк уходит куда-то. Ой, ёпаные дебилы, блядь.
Ебать, как, сука, попади ты уже, а. Блять, заебал. Да ебать. Постоянно в разную сторону стреляет. Увидеть можем. О, блядь, наконец-то.
Блять, ебаный дах сидит за танком тупой нахуй, а. Вот пишешь, блять, не стой на месте, разберут, ебаная тварь, блять, тупая. Пиздец ебанутый, а. Танку пиздец. Сука, блядь, бах ебаный. Из ПТХ с ящиков стреляешь. Дамаг не проходит, прикинь. Ёбаный тупой дак, блядь. Достоялся, въебали все точки на.
Блять, когда эта охота закончится, ты ебаный в рот, сколько можно уже, нахуй, я уже всех зайцев, наверное, истребил в этом лесу, блять.
For heaven's sake, Henry, you're scaring away the hares. For heaven's sake, Henry, you're scaring away the hares.
Восемь пиздюков получили бан на 40 на 24 часа.
How did the hunt go for you, sir? Have we got enough hares?
Why do you ask? You were right on my arse the whole time.
Looks like we're as bad as each other.
And now come along. Let's go and hunt some real game.